Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Random Rants with Random, with your host today, Capt'N Lamo. I'm out again in beautiful far north Queensland. There's a little bit of overcastness out today, so hopefully it won't get as hot as it's been getting. So the track I'm riding today, there's no real story or tale to it. No yowie destination. It's just a good ride. Haven't ridden it for probably close on 20 years. So this is the end of the loop. You can go either left or right and come back in this way. And I don't know whether you can notice the terrain is a little bit different. I'm hoping today's terrain will be a little bit less dry and rocky and a little bit more rainforesty, because the yowie does love his rainforest. So that's where I'm heading. Like I said, no real stories. A couple of funny stories that I'll tell later in the ride, and one mechanical story that I'll tell about Katie. So first off, we'll run down what Random's done to Katie this fortnight to get ready for the ride. Hasn't been much, but one of the things is one of the most high performance, cheapest add-ons you can put on your bike. Makes your riding so much better, and it's cheap. So was cheap. That's a cheap crossbar pad. Thought I'd see how it goes. I made one many years ago that was really neat, but I lost it, so I've bought this cheapy one, see how it goes. But the big performance upgrade I've put on it, if you haven't already noticed, is a new tyre. Brand new. It's a Metzler mid-hard, because I did a video a few weeks ago about my rear tyre and how many knobs got shredded off it because it's so dry and rocky and hard. So I'm going to see how this mid-hard goes. It's got a good shape to it. One of the big things with Katie, she can't handle a paddle tyre. It's got to have these intermediate knobs. So big knob, intermediate knob. It can't handle a paddle tyre because she just loves hanging her arse end out too much. So we'll see how that one goes. And like I've mentioned, my front tyre, which amazes me every ride I go on how good it is. It's a Geomax MX33F. But the thing about it, I've noticed why it works so well, whether you can pick it up, is the side knobs. They're like chisels. That one's got a bit of damage on it, but she's been holding up too bad. It's a bit softer, this front tyre, but if you can see that, the side knobs are like chisels. And when you're leaning over into a corner, this tyre just hooks in like nothing else. Like literally unbelievable. Best front tyre I've ever owned in like 30 years of riding. So there we go. Not too many performance upgrades. The one big one. So we'll see how that new rear... What's that? I just want to rip and tear. Oh shit, alright. We'll let you get back to that rear tyre. Katie wants to keep going too, so you're in agreement there. You just want to get out and rip it up. So let's get to it. Another beautiful day in far north Queensland. Like I say, guys, if you want to come riding with me, send a comment. I can come riding to a new track with you if you want. I always like finding new tracks. But like I say, I haven't ridden this track in probably 20 years, so I'm pretty keen to re-ride it. Oh yeah, the mechanical. Geez, nearly forgot. So when I first got Katie, I rode this track, so that's why I know it was about 20 years ago. And I'm not sure whether I stuffed up or whether it was like it from the factory, but this axle holder, that's actually the block with the axle in it, was on this side. And when I did a ride on this track, the bearing got a bit tight, and it actually tightened onto the axle, and it actually, because it was on this side, it actually wound the axle out of the axle block. So I had to borrow a mate's DT200, rip back here, get a couple of tools, and then come back. And so now I put it on this side. So if the bearing ever tightens, it's only going to tighten it up. But I did have the other time where the original block cracked. So maybe it tightened up too much. So we'll see how we go. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. So this one I've Loctited it on there, solid as. So hopefully it won't go anywhere. So that was the mechanical that happened on this trail not long after buying Katie. So like I said, I don't know whether I stuffed up and swapped the axle from one side to the other doing a tyre one day, or whether it came like that from the factory, but handy hint, I think it's better on this side, because if the bearings tighten up, it tightens this block. Because yeah, my rear wheel nearly fell out. It nearly untightened the block right off the axle, so it was very close. So there you go, a mechanical that happened on this trail. And like I said, I've got 2 more stories about this trail in the parts of the trail that relate to them. So see how we go today, guys. Keep it real on the back wheel.